All right. We are going to be playing Oregon Trail on this episode of Damicore Gaming. Of Oregon Trail, we are going to be starting. There is going to be, of course, we're going to be traveling. We do not have a saved one. We're going to start off with the banker and go through all three of these. We're going to start off the banker, then go to carpenter, and then the farmer. But what we're going to do is we're going to start as the banker, then move to the carpenter and the farmer in each single month. And then we'll go to the next month and start over the process. It's going to be, well, we got 3 there. Let's go to the next one to figure out. We're going to start off with the banker, though. We're going to go Damicore. Okay. Then we got second person. Let's see who that's going to be. Sorry, I didn't mean to click the escape button. We're going to have subs for my subscribers, which, by the way, you should subscribe because I'm going to be uploading a lot. If you like this, you'll definitely like the others. Soon, I'll be uploading a lot more stuff other than just Oregon Trail. I'm going to be doing a challenge. It is almost the middle of winter now, but I will be doing an outside challenge. I'll be buying a tent and everything, and you guys better stay tuned. But this video has to first get to 1,000 likes, and I have to at least have 5 more subscribers to do it. And if you guys are prepared, don't forget to click the like button, view my other videos, and, of course, we got likers. Then, we got viewers. And then we got randos. Randos are people that just scroll through TikTok and YouTube and everything, not actually looking at specific things. So, like, shorts. I will be placing this as correct. It will be and then since there are 5, 3 times 5 is 15. There will be 15 episodes of this. So stay tuned. But really fast, I would like to say, in a week or 2, I will have my second Halloween song to be posted. I am currently working on it, but in 2 weeks, we'll be done. Start off in March, and of course we have to go to Matt's general store. Don't care about that. Okay, oxen. We're gonna go for 2, and I recommend at least 3 yokes. So we're gonna do 3 yokes, but actually we're gonna do 4. Food wise though, so we have 5 people. And for each person in our family, there are 200 pounds. It is 20 cents per pound. And the limit is 2,000. So, of course, go to all out on that, and it's only $400. Clothings is going to be $10 each person, and 2 sets of clothing per person. So, I'm thinking I should do 20 sets just to be safe. So each person gets 4 sets. Then, of course, we need ammunition, which is $2 per box, and I'm going to spend $60 on it, giving us 120 ammunitions, $1 worth of ammunitions, I guess. And then spare parts, of course. We still have a lot of money, so we got to go 2. We got to go 2. And then we can only hold 1 of these, of course. And that's only that much. And this is where we're going to be. Now, we leave on March 1st, 1848, in Independence. We have a long journey ahead, as I will show you right here. We are starting over here in Independence. We are going to be going we're going to be going and going and going. And we have to make it all the way to Oregon City. As this episode, first episode of Oregon Trail, we will be doing it as we can. There will be some impasses and some outcomes that we might not like. As for instance, my likers might die, or my viewers, or maybe the randos, which are totally fine. Winky face. Now, as you can see, we have 8 ox, 20 sets of clothes. Remember, that's 4 sets per person. We have 1,200 bullets. We have 2 wagon wheels, 2 axles, 2 and 1 wagon tongues. And we have 2,000 pounds of food. And the one that we have left over is 670. That is enough food to last. And then, of course, we're going to continue on the trail. It is 102 miles from Kansas River to Kansas River crossing. The date is March 1st, 1848. The weather is cold. Health is good. And we still have 102 miles. So we are going to continue. It's March 3rd now. March 4th. Randos has broken a leg. Well, I wonder how he did that. Did he fall out of the wagon? We are going to take a look around at Kansas River. At Kansas River crossing, March 7th, 1848. As this is what it looks like on the 7th day of March. As the weather is cold, our health is good and our pace is steady and our rations are filling. We are going to talk to people. Aunt Rebecca Sims tells you with the crowd of people waiting to get on the ferry, we could be stranded here for days. Hope there's enough graze for all these animals. Not many people carry feed. I'd rather wait, though, than cross in a rickety wagon boat. Now we're going to look, every time we meet an impasse, we're going to look at 3 people to talk to get some information. As a stranger tells you, can't afford to take a ferry. We're making our wagon into a boat. We'll turn it over, hock the bottom and sides with pitch, and use it to float our goods across. Have to swim the animals. Hope it doesn't rain. The river's high enough. In time for the final one. The ferry operator tells you, don't try to ford any river deeper than the wagon bed. About 2.5 feet. You'll swamp your wagon and lose your supplies. You can hawk the wagon bed and float it. Or be smart and hire me to take your wagon on my ferry. Now, as we have got the information, there's hawking, which is turning the wagon upside down and swimming the animals across. Then we could just try to go across it, depending how deep it is. Or we can wait to do the ferry, which will cost money. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to trade people. We're going to trade, I would say, I feel like this. So this woman wants to trade 1 set of clothing for a wagon wheel. Are you willing to trade? Let's think. We have 20 pairs of clothes. One of my 5 people on my wagon will have no clothes. We'll have 1 less clothes. And that's an issue. But we also have a wagon wheel, so if we lose one breaks, we still have another. So, I feel like if I were to lose my piece of clothing, I could survive on 3 pairs. It's still enough to go through, because you can always dry them if they get wet. So, I am going to say yes. As now we have that, we're going to trade twice on each. You may know anyone who wants to sell, he'll trade you. And this is an obvious no, because we already have 1,200 bullets. And one set of clothing would make it unfair. So we are going to click no. Now, as we are at right here where the river is, where the passing is, we have to cross. Since we have to cross, and it's March 9th, 1848, you must cross the river in order to continue. The river at this point is currently 651 feet across and 7.9 feet deep in the middle, which is a terrible idea. We'll probably lose multiple people and everything. As we can attempt to ford it, or we can hawk the boat and try to cross it, or float across, we take the ferry. We are going to see how much the ferry costs. As the ferry costs $5, we'll charge you $5, and that you will have to wait 2 days. Are you willing to do this? Now let's click no, because I want to see all the options. If we do this, we're going to try to hawk across to see if that works. And as you can see, it works. You had no trouble floating the wagon across. As it is now March 10th, 1848, the weather is cool, health is good. We have 1,880 pounds of food left, and we have 82 miles until the next landmark. We continue to have good days. March 13th was rainy and until then. Now we're at the Big Blue River crossing. Yes, we are going to look around, because of course not. As you can see, this is the crossing on March 15th, 1848. As the water seems to be low enough because you get trails going through. And yes, we have, let's see where we are on the map. As we are just right there and we'll be going one way or the other, I do believe we're going to continue on the trail. You must cross the river in order to continue, and this river at this point is 249 feet across and 5 feet deep in the middle. All right, we're going to try number 2 again. Don't have anything else. As we hawk across the river, we fall. And we lose one axle. So that is fine, because we have another one. And it is 118 miles till Fort Henry, which I feel like is a good thing. As it's been rainy for the 17th, 18th, 16th, and 19th, 20th is that, and a thief in the middle of the night steals 67 pounds of food. So I feel like that is kind of a mean thing to do. But we still have 17,030 pounds of food. Weather has turned to cool, and now it's warm. You are now at Fort Henry. Would you like to take a run? Of course we would. Sorry, didn't mean to click that. As you can see, we got people passing, and you get a fort. We are going to talk to people. The fort soldier tells you the trails from... Hold on. The fort soldier tells you the trails from the jumping off places: Independence, St. Joseph, Council Bluffs, come together at Fort Henry. This new fort was built by the U.S. Army to protect those bound for California and Oregon. Okay, let's talk to another one. Big Louie tells you, the Platte River Valley flows a natural roadway from Fort Henry to Fort Laramie. Travelers bound for California, Utah, and Oregon all take this road. Could be the easiest stretch of the whole trip. Should see a cantaloupe and plenty of buffalo. I don't know, but that sounded like Forrest Gump. If you guys agree, go ahead and click that like button. Now, we have one more person to talk to. Fort Henry scout tells you the game is still plentiful along here, but getting harder to find. With so many overlanders, I don't expect it to last more than a few years. Folks shoot the game for sport, take a small piece and let the rest rot in the sun. And as you can see, it's probably not good to hunt here because, we want other people to eat, but good enough to do right now. But as it is the 23rd, and as we're going to look around, we have that, and we're going to attempt to trade. Let's see what we have to trade. Okay. You meet another immigrant who wants 1 wagon wheel. She will give you 41 pounds. We have 3 wagon wheels, and 41 pounds for a wagon wheel sounds good, and we do have 3 just for that, for an extra. Should we trade it? I do not think so, just to be safe. Now, we're going to continue on the travel, and it's 250 miles till Chimney Rock. Let's begin. It is March 24th. Well, was, as it goes by pretty fast, but cold, severe blizzard. We lose 1 day, so it's really cold, and it's March 30th. Okay. I think we need to take a break because wrong trail. Okay, we lose. It's now April 5th. There's a grave site. Would you like to look closer? Yes. Here lies a. Looks like there's nothing there. Subs has lost a broken leg. Oh no, not the subs. We gotta not amputate it, but we gotta heal it. Come on. Hopefully it heals. Now it is a warm day. We're not at Chimney Rock. Would you take to look around? Yes. Apparently this is what Chimney Rock looks like. It's April 10th, 1848. Apparently we now know why it's called Chimney Rock. Alright. So let's look at the map. So we're at Chimney Rock and we're going to be going to La Marie, I guess, next. So, what we're going to do is we're going to talk to people. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Aunt Rebecca Sims tells you, I hear terrible stories about wagon parties running out of food before Oregon. The whole party starving to death. We must check our supplies often. We might not get there as soon as we think. Always plan for the worst, I say. Okay, let's talk to the next one. So Linda Hines tells you, Chimney Rocks by moonlight is awful sublime. Many Indians came to our wagon with fish to exchange for clothing. We bought a number. They understood swap and no swap. Seems most anxious to get shirts and socks. Well, I hope so. It's becoming winter. Now it's time to talk to one final person. Alozan O. Delano tells you, about noon yesterday, we came in sight of Chimney Rock, looming up in the distance like the lofty tower of some town. We did not tire gazing on it. It was about 20 miles from us and stayed in sight till we reached it today. Alright, now let's see what someone has to offer. He wants 1 wagon wheel and you give a no. That is a terrible trade, as we'll get another axle, but I do not feel like that is smart. The reason why is because we need all 3 of those wagons wheels. So now let's attempt to trade again. We'll get an extra ox, but we lose 153 pounds of food. We'll be down to 1,100 something. I say no. Just because we need that food, and I'm a terrible hunter when it comes to this. So, I'm thinking, we are going to continue on the trail. It is 100, it's 68, 60, 90, 86, sorry, dyslexic brain, 86 miles to Fort Lamre. You guys were clicking the like buttons too much. You broke your guys' arms. Right, now we leave for Lamre. Let's take a look around. Okay, so there are Native Americans around there and other people. Let's talk to people. The Sanox hunter tells you, the Pami are the mortal enemies of the Sanox. We would not hesitate to kill any Pawnee I met, but I have never killed a white man. All I ask from the white man is to leave me alone and to leave my buffalo alone. I like that guy. He's lonely. Woman Traveler tells you, be one, stranger. Don't dig a water hole. Drink only river water. Salty as the plenty river is, it's better than the Chlorella. We buried my husband last week. Could use some help with this harness if you could spare the time. Let's go ahead and do this. No one wants to trade with us today. As I feel like we need to take a rest. Main reason is because our oxen need to rest. We're going to rest for 5 days, which will make it April 23rd. And we're going to continue on the trail.